I did the math when I was about 25 years old, and I came up with the fact that I could live under $30,000 a year. I eat
Mm.
rotisserie chicken. I had a bed, sheet, one blanket, one plate in the house. And basically, if you're living a single life, I think you can live probably under, let's say 40K. Because I mean, that's been
I
10
agree.
years.
I agree.
And so if you're a single guy and you can't live for under 40K, then you're probably being a little overboard with your spending.
Yeah.
And you should really be paying attention to anything that you can, raise your income. So it's really in both directions. I agree with you completely. But if you're in your 20s, you're not married, you don't have any kids, and you can't live under 40K, then you need to look at your situation and what you're doing.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Really good advice.
I mean, me personally, guys, I had a Chipotle diet for like months because I wanted to save money, and my rent was like $600 for rent. I was paying in a one bedroom. So like, guys, real talk, like you said earlier, if you're a guy that's young and you're in your 20s, why are you spending like more than 50K, 40K a year? You don't have to. I mean, eat cheap, live cheap, and save your money in investments. Now, this including you don't have debt. If you got debt, it's a different story. So if you got debt, that's another thing you got to add on to it. But overall, you can live for cheap. You can.
Yeah, I mean, keep it 1,000, guys. Like any guy, unless like you're a weirdo, you could probably live under 50K because men are fairly fucking simple, bro. Easily, depending on where you're at. Maybe if
you're gonna be happy.
Yeah, and you'll be happy too. Like it doesn't take much.
Here's a hack: if you want to go out with girls too as well and get lit, go ladies' night. They drink for free. You don't spend no money.
I got one for you because I always say that a man in his 20s should look at his fitness and his money and study female nature. Well, so studying female nature is free on YouTube. Watch Rolo, watch you guys, right? That's easy. So if you're handling your fitness, women are just going to want to fuck you. So you don't even have to go out and spend that money. Especially like if you're on your mission and she admires the fact she's going to bet. Women bet on horses, bro. So when you're 24 and you're in shape and all you care about is money and you're telling her you're saving that money so you can buy that investment property and you're jacked and you understand female nature, she's going to want to sleep with you. You ain't even got to take her to dinner. She's going to respect the hustle. So I would advise to live under 40K if you can at a young age and get in shape, because getting in shape at a young age will just make women want to come to you. So you'll absorb women anyway, even though you don't have the money yet, because they know you're on the path. So
yeah. And also, guys,
that's what I did.
Yeah. And understand too, guys, like getting that first property is going to be the hardest one. Yeah, it's going to suck to save up, $40, $50, $100,000 to buy that first property. But I'm telling you guys, after you get that first one, it's going to be very easy to snowball it into other ones because you'll have things like cash out refinances and HELOCs to you to be able to get that second property and make it a little bit easier. But the first one is always the hardest to get.
Once you have one, you can get many.
Yeah. Well, that's why you get the fourplex with the FHA.
Bam. Good start.
Yeah. I've always said that too. Like on that first property that you buy, you want it to be bare minimum a duplex, man. I think for you guys that like want to get into this real estate stuff, man, if you can, fourplex because you're able to collect for more tenants, but at least a duplex, triplex, or fourplex optimally. Yes, will you have to have a little bit more capital to be able to buy that fourplex because it might be a little bit more expensive? Yes. Are you probably going to break even? Maybe even go negative that first year that you have it potentially. But but whatever you go negative, let's say you go negative $200. That sucks. But when you move out and after a year, you can go ahead and put your unit on the market. Bam. Now you're renting it for, let's say, $1,000. Now you're going to be positive $800.
But even if you're paying $200, you would have been paying $1,000.
Bam. Yeah. Thank you.
So you just, so it's about what you keep also. So you're going to keep that. You're going to keep that extra $800 or that extra $600. Now the money that you made throughout the year, you've kept so much more of it, and you still get to depreciate the property.
Bam.